Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Draw Something with Andy. I'm Andy, and this is my 10th week doing this live stream. So what I'm doing here tonight is I'm gonna draw live by request. I'm gonna just sorry, I had a bit of a hectic time getting myself ready. I sort of put off my setup until the last minute, and so I'm a little scrambled trying to get started. But yeah, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to be drawing for a couple hours. And if you're on, I'm live on 3 platforms right now, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. If you're on, hold on just a second here. Hey, Art Vandalay 1979, awesome to see you. Yeah, so if you're on Twitch or Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook are the 3 platforms I'm on tonight. If you're on Twitch, you can drop a request in the chat and I will put it here on the paper. I've got a couple of my, I got a bunch of my past drawing requests here on the wall behind me. Got Mario on a surfboard, got a flower power transformer. I got a shark in a business suit, a Viking duck playing soccer, a couple of poodles having a picnic on the seashore. It's yeah, so I got a lot of really cool requests that I've done. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start this off by just drawing something out of my own head. I just gotta think about it for a minute. Ah, Dante Davis on Facebook. Awesome to see you. And I will draw Mickey on a spaceship. Thank you for the request. All right, let me see here. So I'm going to go ahead and start by drawing the head here. Go ahead and draw the arms. And the big gloves. Hey, Tommy on YouTube. How you doing? Awesome to see you. Right now I'm drawing my first request of the night from Dante on Facebook. It's Mickey on a spaceship. I'm going to go ahead and draw the ears here. That doesn't quite look right. Let me go ahead and move these ears around a little bit. Dante, thank you. I'll try to do your request justice. All right, so let's see. We got gonna try and draw Mickey's face here. It looks a little weird. Oh yeah, so I'm trying to get the eyes to look just the right size. Let me go ahead and start drawing the rest of his body here. So of course he has his classic pants with buttons. Let me get the pants drawn here. Then I'll add the buttons on. I'm sketching this all out right now. I'm going to trace it over and make it solid here in a minute. Just doing a rough sketch right now. All right, there we go. Go draw his big old shoes. All right. So the spaceship, I'm gonna just do a traditional UFO. I think. Actually, I mean, it is Mickey's that we're talking about, so it should be based on something Disney. I'm gonna have to think about that. What I could do there. I could maybe do like something from Star Command. Let me see here. I'm just gonna trace over what I've sketched out here. Alright, got the little little thing there. I don't know how to describe that. Alright. There we go. We got his ears there. All right, let's go ahead and do his gloved hands. There we go. All right, now I'm tracing over the pants. Got the buttons there. All right, now I'm gonna do the legs. All right. All right, got the little pupils in there. Make sure I'm not casting a dark shadow over the whole drawing. That wouldn't be the best. All right, so I got Mickey drawn. So I need to figure out what I'm going to draw for the spaceship. I was saying a couple minutes ago, I could do something based on Star Command because Toy Story is Disney. I don't know. Let me see here. I'll just go ahead and just draw a spaceship of just something I come up with on my own. Let me see how I can do this here. Alright, so what I'm kind of doing here is kind of looks like a shark right now. Not so much like a spaceship, more like a shark. Oh, Art Vandelay, that's a very good point. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, I maybe should have done something to that effect. You know what? Gonna go ahead and do a hard reset. Well, a partial hard reset. Gonna go ahead and erase what I was drawing here. I'm gonna go ahead and do a Star Wars ship here. Either do an X-wing or a TIE fighter. Thank you, Art Vandelay. I wasn't even thinking of that for some reason. Alright, spaceship take 2. Let me see here. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the set. I'm going to draw a TIE fighter. I feel like that'll work the best for how I have Mickey positioned here. Let me see here. So we got. So go ahead and draw the circle center here. All right, there we go. All right, draw those little hexagon shapes it has on either side. Okay, let me go ahead and trace this over. Just gonna add some little jagged lines there for detail. And you know, it did occur to me while I was drawing this that TIE fighters are the bad guys' ships. They're the Empire ships, not the X. I believe the X-wings are the good guys. The TIE fighters are the bad guys. So it seems like it would be a little weird to have Mickey, you know, kind of the symbol of innocence, riding on a bad guy's ship. But you know, the way, you know, as I'm drawing this, I'm kind of looking at like he's putting a bit of a strain on this TIE fighter here. So I'm thinking it's actually Mickey's actually being a bit of a tough guy here. He's weighing this TIE fighter down, and it's kind of starting to buckle under his weight. All right, gonna go ahead and finish drawing the TIE fighter here. Which is, again, as I'm saying, not quite in the best of shape. It's got a rather large mouse standing on it, and it's not super comfortable. I'm actually gonna go ahead and have like some sweat coming off of it, like it's starting to really strain under the weight. I'm gonna go ahead and start having like some little cracks form in the machinery, the casing, whatever it is, because it's really starting to fall apart underneath the mouse's weight. But yeah, I think that'll do it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and have the ship kind of groaning. Help! But yeah, I think that'll basically do it. That is, there you go. That's Mickey on a spaceship. That was for Dante on Facebook. Dante, I'm glad you like it. Thank you for the awesome request. All right, gonna date it, initial it. I'm gonna go ahead and add a couple of just stars, just to, you know, add a little extra to it. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, there was a giant mouse with overalls, or giant mouse with button pants that wrecked the Empire's entire fleet. That's an unknown, that's a little known Star Wars story that not many people know about. It should really get more attention. But yeah, let me go ahead and bring up the full view here. Hold on just a second. And here we go. Yeah, so you got Mickey. Let me go ahead and add gonna go ahead and add a tongue into his mouth here. It looks a little weird without it. Yeah, there you go. You got Mickey coming down on a TIE fighter. And it's looking like it's not in the best of shape. Help. But yeah, there we go. That is the first request of the night. Thank you, Dante, once again. All right, so to everyone watching, if you have a request to make, just drop it in the chat if you're on Twitch, and drop it in the comments if you're on YouTube or Facebook. For right now, I'm gonna go ahead and draw something. Oh, Art Vandally 1979. Your bad foot flying off the heaven as you look at all this. I can do that. Alright, so Art Vandally 1979 requested I draw him watching his bad foot fly away. Yeah, his foot, he just got a foot replacement, so his bad foot is just kind of flying off to the great beyond. I believe that's the idea. So I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, I think I'll start by drawing him. Alright, so just drawing us, sketching out the basic body. Yeah, our Vandalays is still giving you trouble. Alright, so let me go ahead and... just tracing over the... Alright, there we go. Alright. So I'm gonna have him just doing a sad wave. Let me go ahead and start drawing the foot. Alright, giving it some wings. Let me go ahead and start tracing over what I got here so far, make it a little easier to see there on the camera. Alright, so we got that one lone tear coming out of his eye. Which, let me draw the eye. It's a little weird when it's just the tear there and no eye for it to come out of. Alright. gonna trace over his shirt. Hey, Kaiser Soze, awesome to see you. How are you doing tonight? Right now I'm drawing a guy who is saying goodbye to his bad foot as it flies off to heaven. All right, drawing the pants. All right, I got the motion there with him waving his arm. I'm going to trace over the foot that he's waving to. All right, there we go. Got the foot traced over. So now I got to have something like the bright expanse of heaven off in the distance. Gonna go ahead and just kind of draw some big puffy clouds. There we go. So yeah, I got this big brightness coming out of the clouds here. Whoa, Art Vandally, saving a whale from a golf ball. That's quite a story. You know, I could try drawing that. What is George? Who is George? Is it a dog or a pet? I'm curious. This could actually make for a really funny drawing. All right, so I got the hey Rose Rebel 99, how you doing? Awesome to see you here. All right, so I got Art Vandalay waving goodbye and shedding a lone tear for his foot as it flies off to the great beyond. Oh, it's a Seinfeld reference. Okay. Right. I've never watched Seinfeld, but I do know just enough about it that I remember there is a character named George. Okay. All right, so I just had this idea. I'm going to go ahead and add to this a little bit. So I want to make this like really a really epic scene. I think I'm going to have like angels chorusing as it flies off to the great beyond. Yeah, I'll do that. All right, so I'm just drawing some angels here. I'll go ahead and add one more in there. Alright, so here's a little puzzle. This is a foot flying off to heaven, and you look at all these angels, and you can't see any of their feet. Deep. Real deep. Alright, so yeah, let me go ahead and just add a few music notes in here to signify that they are singing a angelic chorus as the foot flies off to the great beyond. Oh. Okay. And I think that'll do it. Alright, so that was for Art Vandal A 1979 on Twitch. Art Vandal A, I'm glad you like it. Alright, gonna date it. Gonna initial it. And I'm gonna bring up the full view. So yeah, I got Art Vandal A here, shedding a tear as his foot flies off to heaven, and a chorus of 4 angels with no visible feet sing an angelic chorus as it flies to the great beyond. And there you go. Thank you, Art Vandal A. That was a great request. So now, for those who have joined in the last few minutes, this is a... Hey there, welcome, thank you for coming. This is a drawing live by request show, so I'm just taking requests from the comments on YouTube and Facebook if you're watching on those platforms. If you're watching on Twitch, just drop a request in the chat. I will then put it here on the paper. But 2 really awesome requests so far tonight. So if you have something in mind, just let me know. Right now, I need to figure out what I'm going to draw next. Oh, Tommy on YouTube. 2 Corgi knights engaged on alligator mounted combat jousting with Butterfingers in front of a castle. Oh my gosh. Yes, Tommy, I think I can do that. Or at least try to. Alright, so we got 2 Corgi knights on alligators combat jousting with Butterfingers in front of a castle. I can't say no to that. Alright, so let me go ahead and start by drawing the dogs, the Corgis. Yeah, Tommy, me neither. I really love these kind of requests where it's just this epic, so much going on. Alright, so they're engaged in jousting on alligators. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and draw them here. Go ahead and I'm gonna move this a little more, this other Corgi a little more to the right, add a little extra space in between them. I'll draw that in a minute. Right now I'm gonna draw the alligator. Alright, just drawing out the outline there. It'll look, I'll add some more details to it shortly. Alright. Go ahead and have the dog putting its paw here on the alligator's neck for security. Yeah, it has its leg curled around it. Gotta stay nice and secure on your alligator. They're easy to slip off of. Oh, and I gotta have his other hand obviously pointing outwards because his left hand, he's a left-handed corgi. He's a left. I guess he's a left-pawed corgi. Corgis don't have hands; they have paws. So he's left pawed, and he's fighting with his left paw. He's gonna be holding a Butterfinger. I'll draw that in a minute too. There's a lot of moving parts here, so I'll get to everything eventually. Just doing it one step at a time. It's a little overwhelming, but I really do like requests like this. They always turn out awesome. All right, so go ahead and draw the outline of the eyes here. Draw the snout. All right, there we go. Okay, so I think I got the basic outline done there, so let me go ahead and start drawing the other corgi, the opposer, the opposition, the rival. Mono e mono. Corgi versus corgi. Alright, so... Oh, man, it's getting real. So just on a side note, it's gotten pretty warm here where I live here in the Tri-Cities in Washington, USA. It's gotten pretty hot the last several days. I remember last week I was in here and was starting to feel really hot and was starting to sweat a little bit. I'm actually starting to sweat a little bit right now. Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud. But yeah, I opened the window tonight because I wanted to see if I could, maybe combat the heat a little bit by just having a vent to keep the air flowing. Alright, so we got... This is an alligator numeral dos that I'm tracing out here. And pretty soon I'm going to go ahead and actually start tracing this over and making it solid. I just am laying all the groundwork. And this corgi right here is actually right pod as opposed to left pod, like our pal corgi numero uno right here. And all right, so let me see. So yeah, they're jousting on alligators with butterfingers. Okay. So I wanted to make sure I got all the basic details. I think I'm going to go ahead and start tracing this over. I'm going to start with these angry eyes. Got the snout and the angry mouth there. He's not going down without a fight. Go ahead and fix that here. That looks a little off. Okay, there we go. All right. Go ahead and start tracing over the alligator. I'm just going to kind of work my way down through this. Let me get that little bit of fuzz off of the pencil lead. All right. Yeah, maybe I should get rid of that border separating the ear from the rest of the head. That looks a little odd. Looks like, yeah, okay, that looks a little better. Okay, so go ahead and draw the alligator's eyes. Drawing the snout. Gotta add those little claws there on the paw. He may or may not use those to, as kind of like spurs to jut the alligator into action, which that's a pretty gutsy corgi right there. I would already feel nervous enough riding on an alligator, let alone kicking it or jolting it to make it go forward. He's a brave dog for sure. All right, so go ahead and add the nostril there on the front, and I'll go ahead and draw the teeth. They're quite sharp and big. All right, again, I'm also going to go ahead and draw the arms. All right, there we go. Got the underbelly there. Add some lines there for detail. Add the other arm. Then I'll go ahead and add his little feet there that he's balancing precariously on. Even his little feet sort of jiggling under the weight of his body, back, not under the weight of his tail. And I go ahead and add the pupils there to the alligator. There we go. All right, now the yes, they are, Tommy. Yeah, you don't want to get near those. All right, so let me go ahead and draw the Butterfinger, which is much more effective than a lance, it has to be said. For those who weren't here last week to watch, I actually ended up doing a series of drawings by request that were all featuring characters using Butterfingers as skateboards. There is even a roller skateboarding on a Butterfinger bar. It was pretty wild. All right, gotta go ahead and trace over the all right, there we go. Yeah, Tommy, I couldn't do it. These corgis are much braver than I am. Alright, so drawing the wrapper for the Butterfinger. Which I'm going to go ahead and add the logo to, so I can signify that it is a Butterfinger and not just a, you know, I mean, it's not a Payday or a Three Musketeers. Although that would be appropriate, but no, the request called for a Butterfinger, and Butterfingers are statistically more effective for jousting than Three Musketeers. I have looked long and hard into the subject matter. I've researched several sources, and I have definitely come to the inevitable conclusion that Butterfingers are more effective in battle than Three Musketeers. Definitely one of these stranger facts of life. Alright, so there we go. We got our Butterfinger sword, lance, Butterfinger. It's a Butterfinger. It's not a lance or a sword. It's a Butterfinger. Just call it what it is. I'm going to go ahead and add these kind of freaky looking eyes to this Corgi here. He means business. And I'll go ahead and then draw the other Corgi. Already got them traced out or sketched out. I'm going to go ahead and trace over what I've sketched. Alright. Alright. Drawing the fur on the head. We're going to have even bigger and angrier eyes on this one. And so, as I've been drawing over the years, I've... Kaiser Soze, yes I am. The candy bars used as weapons study of science, it's a rabbit hole. You might not, actually, I would almost recommend going against looking more into it, because you could be spending the next several hours of your life looking into that. In fact, you could probably spend the next few days or the next few weeks. It goes a long way down. Anyway, so as I've been drawing over the years, I've gone between, I used to draw something like this, where I would have the this line that connects to both ends, and then just have these lines that crisscross it, so you just got these big old teeth. And more recently, I've gone from this to just having this simple little line, curved line there that represents that makes it look like the teeth. Just for the sake of variety, I'm going to go ahead and have this one with the classic teeth style, and have this one with the my more recent teeth style. One of these Corgis is obviously doing a better job with taking care of their teeth. I'm not going to say which one. I'm actually going to go ahead and make this mouth open a little bit wider. And I'm going to make the line a little more rugged so it looks more like fur. Actually, yeah, I kind of forgot to do that with this one too. So I'm going to go ahead and fix this one here on the left. Then I'll go ahead and make this one on the right also look more furry. Just make the line a little scratchier, a little rougher. Also do that for the rest of the body, the leg. There we go. Excuse me, just gotta stretch for a second. Alright, drawing the alligator's spiky top part of his body. The bottom half of his body is going to be a little more smooth, his underbelly. There we go. Alright, so let me go ahead and draw the alligator's eyes here. Add the nostril here on the end of the snout. And once again, we got some pretty scary looking chompers on this one. Oh, and I forgot to add the arms. Whoops. I guess I could maybe introduce a tragic backstory where he loses his arms in battle. No, I'll just give him arms. Alright, so there we go. We got our... I also got to, again, give him his cute little back feet. Hey, Austin on YouTube. How are you doing tonight? Thank you for coming to watch. This is a drawing live by request show, so if you have anything you want to see me draw in here, I can do that. So just drop a request in the comments. Right now I'm doing a particularly epic request. It's 2 Corgis on alligators jousting with Butterfinger bars in front of a castle. I haven't drawn the castle yet. That's going to be up. That's going to come last. Guess I should have maybe started with the castle, but I'll make it work. All right. So yeah, Butterfingers can be used for both skateboarding and for jousting. They're quite versatile, I have to say. I mean, I've always liked Butterfingers. The only thing I'm not the biggest fan of is they get stuck in my teeth, which is kind of annoying, but it's a minor sin. I can forgive that. But anything that's chocolate and peanut butter, I have a hard time saying no to. Those are almost guaranteed to satisfy me. Austin, that's a fun request. I'll go ahead and add that to my list. I need to pull up my list. Go ahead and put that down for the next request I'm going to do. All right, good. So I'll get to that request after I'm done with this one, Austin. I'm getting fairly close to being done here. I just about done drawing the main fight scene here with the 2 Corgis. And there we go. I think that'll do it. Alright, so yeah, we got 2 Corgis jousting with Butterfingers. Now I just got to draw a castle in the background. Let me see here. Just tracing it out here. Alright, there we go. Hold on a second. Make this a little bit better. Make sure those line up well enough. Okay, we can go ahead and start tracing this over. I'll go ahead and have it just sitting on the grass on the prairie or the meadow, the royal meadow. I'm glad you like it, Tommy. Hey, DJ Mike Brady, awesome to see you here. Alright, let me see here. So, go ahead and add a little flag here on the top. Got a little window here. Alright, so go ahead and have this little crest here atop the gate. And let me also draw said gate. All right, there we go. I think that'll do it. Yeah, DJ Mike Brady, you came at the perfect time. I'm just wrapping this up here. This is 2 Corgis on alligators jousting with Butterfingers. Yes, they are. Butterfingers, it turns out, have a lot of different uses other than eating them. You got skateboarding, and now you got jousting lances. And I think that'll about do it. Yeah, I think that'll do. Here we go ahead and have the grass extend a little further out. And that should do the trick. So that was for Tommy on YouTube. Gonna date it, initial it, and pull up the full view. So yeah, there we go. We got, oh, you know what? Oh my gosh. Just realized the alligators are just kind of levitating here in midair. That's a little awkward. But you know what? I can fix this. Let me go ahead and have a step ladder here for this one. All right, there we go. We got a step ladder for one of them. And on the other one, I'm not going to go with a step ladder. I'm going to go something a little different. I'm going to do for no real reason whatsoever, I'm going to go ahead and do a can of pea soup. I don't know, because pea soup. Why not? All right, so there we go. We got them. We got them supported now. They're not no longer just levitating oddly in midair. I mean, let's be honest here. That would really take away from the realism of this. This is a very true to life, very realistic scenario. Having them levitate off the ground would just ruin it completely. That would break all the bounds of believability. No, can't happen. But yeah, there we go. That was a request. That was a request for Tommy. Corgis jousting with Butterfingers while riding alligators in front of a castle. And it just so happens that one of them is standing on a can of pea soup. The alligator, that is. The Corgi's riding on the alligator. The alligator itself is on the can of pea soup. And Tommy, yeah, I'd be more than happy to give you a copy of this once I get it colorized. Speaking of which, so for all those who are watching for the first time tonight, or it doesn't really matter. I like to usually say this every week. So what I do after I finish streaming is after I finish my show, I go ahead and scan all my drawings in that I've done by request, and I color them digitally, and then I post them to my social media, which I have over here to my left here. It's my Facebook page, Told Booth Publishers, and my Told Booth Publishers Instagram account. So I post the full colorized versions of the drawings I do to those. I've already got 9 weeks worth of, well, actually not 9 weeks. I got quite a few of them in the can that I'm still posting once a day. Once a day I post a new one that's been colorized. At this point, the ones I'm doing tonight will probably be posted in like a week and a half. But yeah, that's what I do. I scan them in, colorize them digitally, and they usually turn out really good. So if you want to check out all the drawings I've done in the past several weeks, just find me on Facebook or Instagram and follow me. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're watching on Twitch, and I would really appreciate it if you could click that follow button if you like what you're seeing. If you don't like what you're seeing, I totally understand. But if you're enjoying what you're watching so far, I would greatly appreciate it if you could hit the follow button, and that way you'll know next time I go live. All right, so next up on the request list, I got a request for Austin on YouTube who wanted to see a bear and shrimp combined. Yes, Austin, it is shrimp bear time. Oh boy, okay. Let me see here. All right, so I'm just going to outline the head. Just kind of outline the basic body. All right. Okay. So, Austin, I'm going to let you make a choice here. Do you want the bear to be like, happy and cute, or do you want it to be super angry and mean? I could go either way. Whatever your preference is. The reason I'm asking right now is because I'm about to draw the eyes, and I want to make sure that the way I draw the eyes matches the general disposition, this weird cross gender or cross genetic abomination ish. Cute bear? Okay, cool. I can do that. So I'll go ahead and sketch out the eyes, the nose. And I think that'll do. Gonna go ahead and sketch out his arms. All right, there you go. Ooh, wanna make sure to, like I was doing with that last drawing, make the lines a little rougher here to signify that there's fur. There we go. All right, gonna draw over the big old round eyes he's got. Got a big old smile on that cute little face. And let me see here. Gonna have him just kind of putting his paws on his hips, where his hips, I guess, would technically be, maybe, but he doesn't have hips because he's a shrimp, kinda. Yeah, I mean, he's a shrimp crossed with a bear, but that's where on a hip shrimp slash bear where the hips would approximately be. Well, let's go with that. I guess maybe on the midway point of his body might be the most accurate way of putting it. There we go. So just for the record, I have eaten shrimp many times. I've never eaten bear. Um, that's all I can really say. I've never eaten bear. I hear that bear is something that has been eaten, or people have cooked bear and eaten it. I've never tried it. If anyone who's watching out there has eaten bear, let me know how it tastes. I'm curious. All right, I think that'll about do it. I'm gonna go ahead and add some scenery here. So we got the water here because, of course, it is the ocean, or it is a shrimp. But I'm gonna kind of take this crossover spirit and kind of expand it to his surroundings. So while we do have water, we also have some trees growing out of the water. That's not something you see every day. make that a little bit shorter. Gonna add a couple more trees here in the background just to flesh it out a little more. So yeah, we got a whole forest here growing in the ocean. Again, not something you see every day, but then again, you also, but you know, I mean, this is really out there. The shrimp and bear combo, that you see that every day. That's nothing special. Thank you, Austin. I'm glad you're liking it. Just gonna add a couple more trees here and then I'll be good. Just one more. Yeah, DJ Mike Brady. These are just happy little trees. Happy little trees. Gonna draw some happy little lines. And I'm gonna do some happy little writing on my happy little drawing. Got it for Austin on YouTube. And I'll go ahead and write a happy little date and do a happy little initial. And we're going to transfer over to my happy little large cam. And wow, I just realized I've been off camera for the last few minutes. All right, well, you know, I've been doing this for a few weeks, but I still got some room to grow. All right, let's go back to the full view just for one more time so you can see this. So yeah, it's a bear/shrimp combo, and he's in his natural habitat of a forest growing in the ocean. Seems like an appropriate place for him to be. And yeah, thank you, Austin, for that awesome request. That was a lot of fun. If anyone, to all those who are currently watching, if you have a request that you want me to draw, by all means, throw it out there. I would love to draw it. In the meantime, I'm gonna just brainstorm what I can draw for the time being. Gonna maybe glance over at my drawings behind me, see if I can get some inspiration. All right, let me see here. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw a lollipop. That just popped into my head. It's completely random. I don't know why it happened, but I'll just draw a lollipop. Alright, so he's a lollipop. I'm going to give him some arms and legs, make him an anthropomorphized lollipop, and I'm going to have him using a chainsaw for some purpose. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm making this up as I go. But yeah, we got a lollipop with a chainsaw. Why not? I don't see why not. You see why not? I don't see why not. Alright, so a lollipop with a chainsaw that he's going to use to cut a sculpture made of cheese. And the sculpture is of a walrus. Yeah, there we go. Let me go ahead and start drawing this out here. Alright. So tracing over his stick body here. Of course, when I, draw a chainsaw, there's two movie quotes that I can't help but think of. Obviously, one of them is from Lilo and Stitch. Oh, good, my dog found the chainsaw. The other one is from the Simpsons movie, where Homer and his family are, being faced by an angry mob, and he's behind the door and he's trying to scare them off, so he starts imitating. He's, watch out, I got a chainsaw. And then the angry mob looks through the holes in the door and they see that he's just imitating a chainsaw, so obviously that doesn't work. That was a scene they showed a lot of in the commercials. I remember my younger siblings used to watch that clip on YouTube over and over and over again when that movie was first out. But yeah, I mean, it's, whenever I see a chainsaw or think of chainsaws, that's one of the things that comes to my mind. I got a chainsaw. Just a funny little anecdote there as I'm tracing this out. Alright, it's a Buzzy Buzz trademark chainsaw. It's a very reliable brand. Go ahead and have that sound effect while it's whirring away. Oh, and I also forgot to give Lollipop here a mouth. I'll go ahead and fix that. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and trace over the sculpture of a walrus. Which I just noticed is noticeably lacking in whiskers. I'm pretty sure that's a hallmark of walruses. They gotta have their whiskers. drawing over the tusks. Alright, so we got alright, and his name is... let me see. What's a good name for a walrus? Let me see here. Bob. There we go. Bob the Walrus. And as I mentioned a few minutes ago, this is no ordinary sculpture. This is a sculpture made entirely out of cheese. So here's all the little holes in the cheese. And yeah, I think that'll do it. I'll go ahead and just hold on a second. Gonna go ahead and date and initial it. And let me bring up the full view. So yeah, this is a Lollipop using a chainsaw to carve out a cheese sculpture of a walrus named Bob. There we go. Alright, so probably go ahead and draw something else here, but once again, this is a drawing by request show, so if you have a request you want to throw out there, by all means, throw it out there. It's only I've only been going for about an hour and 20 minutes now. I'm still gonna go for probably another 40 minutes, so I still got plenty of time, so by all means, throw out a request for me to draw. If you're on Twitch, drop a request in the chat. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, drop a request in the comments. I'm going to go ahead and think of the next crazy thing I'm going to draw in the meantime. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to just kind of start throwing random objects together. That's kind of what I did with that last one. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start with a microphone. A microphone. All right, what is the microphone going to be doing? Let me think about this here. The microphone is baking a cake. So let me go ahead and give him a chef's toque. I think that's what it is. It's toque. Or just a chef hat. And let me see here. So he's baking a cake. All right, so the microphone is baking a cake. And it's a tire-shaped cake. It's a cake that's a stack of tires. I don't know why, but that's what popped into my head, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Go ahead and have a couple candles here on the top. So there we go. We got a microphone baking a tire-shaped cake, or a tower of tires-shaped cake. A cake with a tire motif, I should say. So I'm just gonna keep tracing this out here. Alright, so we got, alright, so cake, tires, microphone. What other crazy element can I throw in there? He's baking it for a monkey. A monkey that has a monkey that is made of snow. He's a snow monkey. I'll figure out how to replicate that. Or make it clear that he is made of snow. I'm going to go ahead and start tracing this over here. Go ahead and trace it over. Oof. Alright. Got his little arms there. And just to add to the effect, I'll go ahead and make his shoes or his feet little miniature subwoofers. It's got little miniature speakers for feet. Hold on a second. Need to draw his mouth in. And you know what? Why not? This is crazy. This is a crazy enough drawing already. I'll go ahead and give him a mustache. Alright, so we got our microphone chef presenting his tire motif cake. Added the little notches there. All right. All right, so we got the tire cake. And it's being given to this monkey who I decided a couple of minutes ago was made of snow. I'm actually going to take that a step further and have him be, this is going to be Frosty the Snow Monkey. A distant cousin of Frosty the Snowman, who also has a magic hat that brings him to life. And like, and like Frosty, he also, when the hat goes, he also just turns into a statue. Gonna go ahead and extend his arm here so I can have him holding a broomstick. It's a Frosty family tradition. I know it's a little out of season for me to be referencing Frosty the Snowman, but it's just what came to my mind. Christmas in May, I guess? Yeah, let's go with that. All right. All right. By the way, if you've just tuned in, this is Draw Something with Andy. I'm Andy, and this is a drawing by request show. Right now, no one was making any. I wasn't getting any requests in, so I'm just kind of going off on my own little drawing adventure, just sort of drawing some weird things. Right now, I'm currently drawing a microphone chef that's baked a tire cake, and he's giving it to Frosty the Snow Monkey, the primate cousin of Frosty the Snowman, complete with a magic hat and a broom. But if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube or Facebook, go ahead and drop a request. Just leave a comment in the chat, or just leave a request in the comments, and I will be happy to take that request and put it on paper. Let's see here. All right. Gonna go ahead and tweak this a little bit so that he's actually got his paw wrapped around the broom. There we go, that's a little better. All right, gonna give him a corncob pipe. Once again, Frosty family tradition. Oh, maybe we need to move that pupil over a little bit. That's better. Gonna add some snowflakes around him. Just make it extra clear that he is, in fact, made of snow. When I color him in later, I'll make him like a very light blue to make it more evident that he's a snow monkey. But yeah, I think that'll do it. So yeah, let me go ahead and add a signature here. I'm sorry, I'm going to add the date here. Do my initials. And I'll go ahead and bring up the full view. So yeah, we got a microphone chef. And he baked a tire motif cake. Three stacked tires on top of each other. And he's giving it as a gift to Frosty the Snow Monkey. There you go. Alright, probably going to start doing other crazy drawing here, unless anyone has a request they want to drop in. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube, just drop a request in the comments if you have something in mind. In the meantime, I'm just going to come up with another crazy scenario. Alright, let me see here. Alright, so I'm going to do a... Alright, so kind of going along with the shrimp/bear that I drew earlier, I'm going to go and make another... I'm going to make an animal combo of my own. I'm going to do a... eel crossed with a bird. It's an eel bird, or it's a beal. It's an erd, an eel bird. It's an eel bird. Go ahead and trace this out here. All right, so we got an eel bird here. What is the eel bird going to be doing? The eel bird's going to be having a cookout. He's going to be having an undersea cookout. I'm going to go ahead and draw the grill here. Alright, so he's, what is he going to be grilling? I'm going to bring it back, kind of a running gag I've decided to introduce. So back in, I think, week 2, I did a drawing where it was a shark wearing a chef's hat, and he was, roasting the original request was to have some chipmunks roasting, well, actually, somebody suggested I add chipmunks roasting on an open fire. The chipmunks didn't quite turn out the way I wanted them to. They ended up looking more like their heads were like frog heads, so I decided to make them frog monks. And I think I'm going to go ahead and have some frog monks being roasted on this grill. Alright, so I got the frog heads. Gonna go ahead and give them their arms. just doing a simple sketch of them here. Alright, so we got frog monks cooking on a grill as a barbecue that's being hosted by this eel bird, who meanwhile has a spatula. Oh, let me make that look a little better. There we go, that looks a little more like a spatula. Let me go ahead and move that. Let me tweak this a little bit. There we go. That's better. Hey, Kurizaki on YouTube. How are you doing tonight? This is a drawing live by request show, so if you have a request for me to draw or something you want to see me draw here on the paper, not this paper, I'll get a clean sheet of paper first. But if you have something you want to see me draw, just drop a comment saying what you want me to draw, and I will do that. I will draw it for you. Alright, so I'm starting to trace over what I've drawn, what I've sketched out. Alright. Kurizaki, a cute monster. Is that a character, or is that? Do you want me to just draw a cute monster, or is there like a character called Cute Monster that you want me to draw? Just let me know. Alright, gonna draw their little eyes here. And their big mouths going, no! Or more like, ah! And of course, because this is all happening underwater, all that's actually coming out is bubbles. So it's more like, all right. Let me go ahead and draw trace over the eel bird. All right, just doing a time check here. Wow, it's 8:43. Usually I stop around 9 o'clock, so that means 17 more minutes. I don't necessarily have to stop at 9. That's just usually when I go. It's 2 hours, so I feel like that's a nice long run. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but DJ Mike Brady is he's one of the main reasons I've started streaming on Twitch. He is a longtime DJ. He's been doing it for over 30 years, and he recently, just last April 2020, started doing his music show on Twitch called the Thursday Night Quarantine Party. Thursdays at 8 o'clock Pacific, 8 p.m. Pacific. He goes live and is just playing music, often by request, often just what he wants to hear, what properly mixes into what he's currently playing. And it started out as a 2-hour show. It actually started on YouTube, and then it eventually ended up becoming it was no longer on YouTube because of copyright. But it's been on Twitch. He's now at, like, I think this is going to be week 58 tomorrow. He's been going for a little over a year now. So, and it's always a great time. I always tune in. And I do the art for DJ Mike Brady's channel. Most of it anyway, most of it. But yeah, I definitely recommend checking him out. If you see his name in the chat, go ahead and click on his name, give him a follow. And I think that'll do it. All right, yeah, I got... All right, so we got Frog Bunks on the grill. We got the eel bird with his big old spatula that seems a little excessive, but who am I to judge? Actually, I guess I could make it even more excessive. Let me go ahead and add some spikes to the spatula. And, I mean, yeah, he's not just cooking these for himself. He's obviously, you know, got some friends. So let me go ahead and add some friends of his here. Some of his fellow eel birds. Oh, but why stop the animal hybrids there? You know what? It's not just an eelbirds party. Eelbirds welcome everyone. All different kinds of animal hybrids, including a so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just officially call it a beal. That's what this is. This thing I'm drawing right here, I'll go ahead and draw it here, and I'll give him a name in just a second. Hold on here, I just might need to redo this, and I gotta rub my eraser clean. There you go. Make the erasing a little cleaner. Alright, so we got our so I'm drawing a cow's face right now. But here comes the big twist. Gonna give him some tentacles here. A couple weeks ago, I drew an octopus with handcuffs, and it was 8 handcuffs all linked together with chains. I was kind of debating whether or not I should do 4 individual pairs of handcuffs with, you know, hung around 2 tentacles each, and I decided instead to just have them all be linked together consecutively. Just have one chain connected to each one. They're all connected together. So this right here is what I'd like to call a. Let me go ahead and finish adding the spots here. This is a cactopus. I'm going to go ahead and just add another beal here to the party. Let me go ahead and erase that line there. There we go. All right, so yeah, there we go. We got a beal, bird / eel, barbecuing some frog monks for his pals. He's got a couple other beals here. He's got a cactopus also joining the party. And we're going to put one final touch in here. Oh, I got it. So obviously not just animals are welcome at the bird eels party or beals party. Also got some batteries that I want to join the fun. But of course, because batteries and water don't really mix that well, they gotta put on their scuba gear. Let me go ahead and just draw a couple other batteries here. They got a little air filter here in their helmet that's spewing out bubbles. Go ahead and all right, there we go. I think that'll do it. Gonna go ahead and add a date here. Then add my initials. And then go ahead and bring it to full view. So yeah, we got a nice little underwater barbecue happening. We got a beal with a spiky spatula cooking up some frog bunks on the grill as they scream in agony. That's unfortunate. And he's got a couple other beals who've come to join the party, as well as a cactopus. check out that cactopus. And then some non-animal friends, but no doubt, you know, definitely have a lot in common. We got some batteries that have come down in their scuba suits to join the party as well. And yeah, there you go. That is a Beal barbecue. And with it now being 8:54, just coming up on 9 o'clock, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. But as I usually do, I'm going to end with a recap of all the drawings I did. So let's go ahead and go to full view here, and I will show all the drawings that I did tonight. Alright, so starting off for Dante on Facebook, he requested a Mickey Mouse on a spaceship. So I drew Mickey standing on a TIE fighter that seems suspiciously smaller than him. I don't know if Mickey just suddenly turned incredibly huge, radioactive waste, nuclear energy, I don't know. It could just be Disney magic. He turns really huge, and he's standing on top of this TIE fighter that's literally cracking under the strain. So that's pretty cool. For Art Vandalay 1979 on Twitch, he requested I draw his bad foot flying off to heaven while he waves goodbye and sheds a single tear, and some angels with apparently no feet sing a chorus. And for Tommy on YouTube, he requested a two Corgis fighting on alligators and using Butterfingers as jousting swords. And there's a castle in the background. And because I drew the ground a little too low without remembering that the alligator's feet were here, I decided to add in a step stool and a can of pea soup. Because, I don't know, pea soup. Then for Austin on YouTube, I drew a shrimp/bear hybrid, and as well as being a cute shrimp bear instead of a vicious shrimp bear. He also is in his natural habitat, which is a forest growing out of the ocean. Not something you see every day. And that was the last actual request I got tonight. So for the last hour or so, I've just been drawing random stuff on my own. And here I got a Lollipop using a chainsaw to carve a walrus sculpture made entirely out of cheese. That's named Bob. Then I drew a microphone chef with little speakers for feet, who has baked a tire cake for Frosty the Snow Monkey. He's the primate second cousin to Frosty the Snowman, but he's still got all the trademarks. He's got the hat, the corncob pipe, the broom. Let me go ahead and make that line solid. I didn't do that earlier. But yeah, there you go. And the last drawing I just finished, the Beal barbecue, where got a couple other Beals. You got frog mugs on the menu, on the grill. You got a cactopus that joined the party. And you got some batteries that came down from dry land to also join the party wearing their scuba suits, because batteries and water don't really make for the best mix, from what I hear. But yeah, so that was week 10 of my stream, Draw Something with Andy, and I had a really good time. This is the first time I've actually really gone this long just drawing my own stuff. Usually I'm just waiting for another request to come in, because I often have a creative block that keeps me from coming up with stuff on the fly. But I seem to have an easier time doing it tonight, so hopefully I can, make that. Get that creative energy in future streams. But as for now, I'm just going to go ahead and call it a night. Let me see if there's any raid targets I can raid to. Oh, it looks like another DJ I follow, DJ John Robinson, official DJ John Robinson, is live. Rose Rebel 99, thank you so much. It was awesome to see you here. Really, thank you all for coming and watching. Emily on Facebook, hey, how you doing? Have you? How long have you been watching for? I didn't even realize you were here. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and end the stream. I'm gonna raid over to official DJ John Robinson, who looks like is currently doing his Sanctuary show. It's a good time if you like your 80s, 90s, and 2000s music. You'll definitely have a good time there. And it looks like it's America Prime Hump Day. And Emily, I'm so glad you stopped by to say hi. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get the raid started and transition to my end title card. And one more time, if after the drawings I've done tonight, I'm gonna go ahead and scan in and colorize digitally, and I'm gonna post them to my social media accounts I have here to my left, Facebook and Instagram, under the name Tollbooth Publishers. And yeah, so if you wouldn't mind, if you like what you've seen here tonight, go ahead and find me on those two platforms and give me a follow or a like. And also, if you've enjoyed what you've watched here tonight and you're watching on Twitch, go ahead and hit the follow button. I would greatly appreciate it. And at this point, I'm kind of just rambling, so I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and just raid to John Robinson. So have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Good night.